Vermont Senator and 2016 Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders may be our only hope this election cycle. With the hateful eight jumping in the clown car on the Republican side, us sane voters have to choose between Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton. I have a tremendous amount of respect for Hillary Clinton and all she has done for women as First Lady and Secretary of State. Quite frankly, I'd gladly vote for her if she is, in fact, the Democratic nominee. But I truly think Bernie Sanders is the much better candidate. Although Bernie may seem like a fresh face, he certainly is not. Bernie was elected mayor of Burlington, Vermont, and then re-elected 3 different times. In 2006, Sanders was elected into U.S. Congress following his 16 years of being a Vermont congressman. He even won 71% of the popular vote in 2012, when he was re-elected. The man has to be doing something right. But before Bernie was even involved in politics, he was instrumental while in college as a civil rights protest organizer for the Congress of Racial Equality and the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. Sanders was present at the 1963 March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. The same year, he was taken under police custody for resisting arrest during a protest against segregation in Chicago's public schools. He was even fined a whopping $25, a large amount of money in those days. Perhaps the most interesting thing about Bernie Sanders is that he describes himself as a democratic socialist. A lot of Americans defecate themselves anytime they hear the word socialism. Capitalism is loved greatly in the USA, yet it screws people over left and right. We have hard-working single parents working over 40 hours a week that don't even make enough money to feed their families. Bernie always says no one who works hard enough should ever be forced to live in poverty. I could not agree more. The fact of the matter is that many here in America are uninformed about socialism and say they hate it, yet experience it on a daily basis. If you drive on a public road, that's socialism. If you attended or send your children to public school, that's socialism. If you mail a letter using the U.S. Postal Service, that's socialism. If you pay into Social Security, that's capitalism. Oh, wait, no, that's socialism too. So, if you have ever done any of those things and say you hate socialism, then congratulations, you're a hypocrite. Now, let me break down a particular type of socialism Bernie Sanders openly identifies with, known as democratic socialism. My favorite definition comes from a man named Bernard Weisberger. A democratic socialist is not a Marxist or a communist. A democratic socialist is still a capitalist, just one who seeks to restrain the self-destructive excess of capitalism and channel government's use of our tax money into creating opportunities for everyone. Democratic socialists believe that both the economy and society should be run democratically to meet human needs, not simply to make profits from a greedy few. So, if you happen to fit the description of a democratic socialist, no, you're not a commie or a Marxist. You're most likely a decent human being who wants nothing but the best for all people, not just a select few. I'm glad Bernie Sanders is a democratic socialist, and that he has the chutzpah to openly admit it. Democratic socialism works very well in countries more advanced than ours, like Sweden, Finland, Denmark, Norway, Canada, and yes, even Israel. I believe Bernie Sanders will be great on combating climate change, fighting income inequality, reforming our criminal justice system, keeping us safe, and passing bills that will make sure each and every American has a fighting chance to be successful. I ask all of you listening to this to vote for Bernie Sanders in the upcoming primaries and caucuses. He would make an incredible president, and I think everyone who gives him a chance would adore him.